Episode of the TSW2, how to start and stop the locomotive, cut in, cut out, all the above. In the first 3 episodes, we're going to be covering the GP38-2. Doesn't matter the paint scheme for all 3 also. So the first one will be GP38-2 as I'm running over, then the SD45, then the AC4400. The C44W I don't have. I'll make another video for that to cover it once I get it, if I do get it. But for now, we're not going to run that. We're going to do this. Yes, there's invisible walls. It's an issue. Anyway, so we're gonna run number 2502 to start up, and we're gonna do a rolling and do that. So also there may be lag when you start the locomotive. There's always a delay. So first, handbrake. I release it. I like it released. Sometimes I forget about it. Next, I come in here. I always open that, just remind me. I put this to full application. Put the reverser in. I put my engine run. Fuel control, fuel pump on. Now help me remember that that's set. Next, main breaker on. Starts up nicely. That's good. I turn my lights on. I like my number lights on as soon as this engine started. I'm gonna walk over here to the engine store door. How I remember it? Next to the window. So I open the latches. So here comes the fun part. Prime. Start. Might take a couple tries. Also, if you hold it for too long, the primer, all you do is I hit the governor 2 times and I let it sit so it starts. Sometimes it kicks on. So I'm gonna hold this a little longer. Yeah, right on there. Sometimes that happens like that. So 1. I just leave it like that. I guess it takes a couple tries. Let's sit. I guess it takes a couple tries. I'm not in perfection at it. You should see me on the Crane Creek sub when I tried to, not Crane Creek, trying to go uphill with the SD45s in the clinch field. Oh, and the engine stalls when I dump the brakes because I can't. I start rolling back. Oh yeah, that's a nightmare. So if this happens, sometimes I double check myself. Both are on. I'll get to that after. So also, after the locomotive starts up, we're going to do our brakes. They clarify that up. So we're going to try this now. See, I don't know why it's doing this. In real life, this would start up. Is there? Out of curiosity? Nah. Like I said, sometimes this is a nightmare to do. And this is going to be one of those things that's going to be a nightmare. Sometimes what I do is, if it fails, I hop in the engine. Oh, that works after you started trying to hop in the seat. Yeah, that works. That sometimes happens. You get in the seat when you first start the locomotive, that's it. Whatever. So, next we're going to do this. For the sake of saving time, I'm going to do Now I'm gonna go. We got cut out brakes. I don't know why I did that. So the rad brake's on. I'm gonna go to cutout valve free. I'm gonna let the air charge. Sometimes this is on trail 26 or trail 24. If it's on this, or if you're the lead locomotive, no matter what, you want this to lead or dead. If you say this is a trail locomotive, you want it on trail 6 or 26, like a second locomotive behind or in front of this locomotive of where I am. So maybe there might be another GP38 or SD45 here or here in the front. Just make sure that's on. That's always the same right there. On any SD45 or GP38, the MU2A valve is right there. If you're the lead locomotive, make sure the MU2A is on lead or dead. Not the train won't really have a good charge. Next, I always do my step lights and the gauge lights. I don't really see. You see it's the night. Then I'm gonna put my headlights on dim. Rear headlight dim says it's a light power locomotive. I'm gonna put it forward. I'm gonna put the generator field up. That starts at the traction motors. So your axles are up to take power. Bail off the air. If we test, I just go 1, 2. Sometimes this happens. Charge. Release. See, sometimes this happens. I don't know why it does, but it does. I'll show you if they have it on run. I apologize. After you start the locomotive, make sure it has it on run. If it's not run, it starts up by itself, so it'll kill itself at some point. So see how it takes a load now? And now it's going to pull it forward. Do that, and now I'm going to put my automatic service pull. Make sure the brakes work. Okay, they work. So now to de-start the locomotive, so shut it down, you're going to go to neutral. I always have a neutral. I'm going to kill my headlights in rear headlight. I'm going to go to, this is to cut out the air first. Handle off. If it stays, there we go. Independent brake full application, and cut out. Generator shut down. In technicality, I don't think you'll ever have to shut down the locomotive, but in case you have to restart it during a scenario, we're going to show you. Engine run, control field pump off, reverser out. Basically, it's off the auto, so let's put the handbrake on, the locomotive handbrake, if you're leaving the locomotive. So sometimes it's hard to find these. I like it too. I know I'm not rolling it. Then I'm going to have the rear door open. And check my control panel. Open this up for it's ready. I like to make sure that everything shuts down, so I like to go over here and listen. I'm going to walk back up to the locomotive. I know this is emergency call, but in real life it's actually also another engine stop too. Yep. That's engine stop. Now it's off. Start, stop, isolate. Start, stop, isolate, sorry. Main breaker off. Make sure that's always, that's also when entering the locomotive, make sure it's on. I don't know if I already said this, so I apologize. I like to walk over here. Okay, no sounds. Go off. Close the latch. And then starts up isolate, 1, 2. For me, I usually leave my lights on, but for the sake of this video, after you get the hang of it, be my guest to do it your own style. Then I'm going to disembark this locomotive. And that's a tutorial for the GP38-2 CSX Union Pacific and Union Pacific. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 1 of TSW2, Locomotives Cut In, Cut Out, Brake Test.